Hello YouTubers, this is Tia from Musings Mystic, and I'm back with another Pick a Card reading. Today's question is... What is today's question? What does this person want you to know right now? What does this person want you to know? Even if that wasn't the question, that's the question now. How about that? Alright, number 1, 2, and 3. While you guys are choosing your piles, I will say that I am I've got a deal right now going on readings. They are, for a 25-minute, it's $20. I'm also selling awesome oils in my shop and crystals. You can check out my shop by going to the link down there. And don't forget to like, share, subscribe, tip, and donate, and comment. All those things help me to stay motivated to make you guys more videos in the future. Alright, so pile number 1, you body love bewitching. Pile number 2, excuse me, rich witch. Pile number 3, better business. So we're going to start with pile number 1, the question being, what does this person want you to know right now? Alright, pile number 1, what does your person want you to know right now? Please remember, these are not personal readings that will not resonate with everyone. If you need a personal reading that only resonates with you, you can contact me and I can get right on that for you. Right now, it'll take about 2 days to get your reading. The Hanged Man, Temperance, and the Ace of Cups. And there is the 8 of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. It looks like they are working on something. Looks like they're almost done working on something. This is the 8 of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. This is the underlying energy. They were working very hard on something, and they're pretty much at the end of it right now. As you can see, he was working on this. I don't know what this is. Whatever it is, it's very ornate. Something that's very pretty, and it looks like something that might be you can see these little rams here. It reminds me of Capricorns, the goatfish. But anyway, it looks like they are almost done working on a project, or working on themselves, or working on something, and they are just about done. As you can see, he's got the mallet and the chisel in his hand. He's looking back. He's stepping back, looking at this work of art, like, oh, is it done? Or should I put the finishing touches on it? This is the After Tarot. So this is things that happened after whatever. So whatever happened, whatever they were working on, they're close to being done with that. I feel like they were working on themselves. Because here's the Hanged Man. I feel like this is something that they have experienced in the past, where they felt like their hands were tied. They felt like they couldn't do anything. They might have also been taking a break to get a different perspective on life, to kind of see what their patterns were, to see, you know, why they did the things they did. I feel like you came along, you were probably like a soulmate, or somebody who might have had a karmic tie to this person, or some kind of soul tie to this person, where you came along and you gave them water. They might not even realized, they didn't even know that they were like tied to this pole, you know, figuratively. They didn't know that they were like tied up to this pole. And then you came along and you made them realize they had some things they needed to work on, and they pretty much like took your advice. I feel like maybe you gave them advice, or you, with your actions, showed them something, and I feel like they took it in, they looked at it, they mulled it over, and then they decided to work on whatever the issue was. And I feel like they're close to the end of that, because this is the Temperance card. This is a card of patience. This is a card of waiting on, you know, certain things to happen. There might be a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, Sagittarius, or an Earth sign, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. This is a card of things happening behind the scenes. Sorry, somebody came downstairs. This is a card of things happening behind the scenes, divine guidance, alchemy. This person was probably trying to integrate they were trying to probably integrate some of the wounds that they had from the past, where maybe they had a bad childhood or had a bad breakup or something, and on this card, this angel, on the original card, that he or she, whichever, is pouring water between two cups, and they're basically, I believe the story that the angel is trying to make the Philosopher's Stone. After doing that, you can see a bird is flying out, a dove. So it's like, interesting, there's a dove there and one right there too. So it looks like they were maybe working on their emotional issues, maybe their mental issues, getting their shit straight, basically, so that they can let that stuff go, like let it fly off like a bird, just let it go, so they can be healed. This is also a card of healing, and it's a card of coming out of the darkness. There's the sun in the background coming up. It just looks like this person was trying to integrate whatever issue they had, and they've been working on it for a long time. It takes a long time to make all these pentacles. They've been working on it for a long time. They might have perfected whatever it is, and they're finally coming out of that energy of feeling like they're trapped. You know, they've gained a different perspective on life. I feel like you had something to do with that. If it wasn't you, it was somebody else who had something to do with it. And now they're at the point where they are ready to finally move forward and maybe offer their heart to someone else. This is why I feel like it was like maybe a bad breakup in the past really, really messed them up. And they were kind of like, they separated from that person. They're kind of like working their way back to being as clean and white as this dove. As clean, as pure. You know, white doves are supposed to indicate pureness and cleanliness and innocence or whatever. So it looks like this is a very emotional pile too, because of all the water. But it looks like they have finally reached a point, or they're getting close to the point where they can finally give themselves to someone wholeheartedly instead of like holding back, you know. So that's what they want you to know. They're either in the process of working out their issues, or they have worked out some of their issues and integrated some of their lost soul fragments, and now they are at a point, or they're getting to a point where they can finally, you know, give their hurt to somebody without hurting that person and transferring their own wounds onto that person. So that's a good thing. Either they're working on themselves, or they have worked on themselves, and they're getting to the point where they can finally offer, you know, something of value without also offering something that will destroy your life. Hope that makes some sense to you guys. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, tip, and donate. All of those things help me to continue making videos and stay motivated. Just a like and a comment also helps, you know, just to keep me motivated. Oh, they like it. Yay! So, pile number 2. Rich Witch. What does your person want you to know? Please remember, these are not personal readings and will not resonate with everyone. And that's okay. The message is just for somebody else today. Okay? If you need a personal reading, you can contact me through my email and I'll get right on that for you. It'll take about 2 days to get your reading right now. In July of 2019. Oops, that was weird. What does your person want you to know? Alright, Queen of Pentacles, the Chariot, and the Queen of Cups. Weird. And the Ten of Pentacles. This might be a family thing. You could be dealing with earth signs, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, a Cancer specifically, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, or just somebody who embodies those energies right now. It's interesting because there's the Queen of Pentacles, the Chariot's between them, and then there is the Queen of Cups. I feel like somebody wants to come home. I feel like these two people might be part of the same family, because the Ten of Pentacles is about legacies. It's about families. And you can see, if you can see, there's an older man, a young woman, a little boy down here, and their two dogs. This is like their family home. That's like granddad, the son and his wife, or his two children, and then his grandchild, right? And their dogs, and they're like in the family home. This can indicate things that are inherited. This can indicate families. The side of families that are about inheritance and genetics and things that are handed down, you know, with genes and papers and things like that. This is weird. What do they want you to know? They might want to come home. Something might have happened. Interestingly, this card, I saw a flash of it, and this is the Tower card. So there might have been a big blowout fight. There might have been, you know, like, family. This is interesting, too, because the Queen of Cups has on, like, a bluish-looking dress. This lady here has a blue dress and blonde hair. And this person here has, like, brownish, on the Tower card, has, like, brownish hair and a red cape. And this person has on, like, brown, red dress. So it reminds me of these two people, you know, falling out of this tower. I feel like these two people fell out, and they want to come back together, but something is stopping them from doing that. And then also, interestingly, these two people remind me of the two people here on this card. So I feel like this is a family thing where they lost touch because of, you know, could have been a fight or like a house burned down or something and everybody's scattered. It just feels like a tower moment happened. And then everybody's scattered, you know, and they were no longer together for whatever reason. And now there are these two people who are in the Queen energy, both of them. One is more of a kinder, softer, more emotional. This one is more of a materialistic, kind of grounded, solid, you know, still a mother, but more practical, where this one is more heart-based. This one might be more head-based, and it's kind of like they are doing their own thing. They're not focused on each other, and one or both still have the thought in the back of their head where they just want to go home. They want to be with their family. They want to come together. They want to have this, like, legacy sort of thing. And right now it feels like they don't have that. But they're probably not telling you that they want to come home. But they seem like they want you to know they want to come home, even if they're not talking to you about it. I want to see what the Chariot and the Tower card are about. What? Isn't that weird? Queen of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles. This could involve children. Queen of Swords, Strength card. This is weird. It's a very strange story. Because it looks like it might involve even more people. But the Queen of Pentacles is here twice, so it definitely involves her. She might be the person that the Queen of Cups wants to come home to. It could be a mother to the Queen of Cups, or just, you know, I don't know, a sister, because they're both queens, an aunt, somebody who is just connected to the family. There might be, this person might have a child or several children. This person seems to be the most stable here. The one that has the most grounded energy. And she is very practical, so she's not going to let anything, come between her and taking care of her family and her kids. This just seems like a house that something happened and then everybody scattered because they just couldn't deal with it. Could also have been a car crash that something bad happened involving it, and everybody involved kind of wants to come back and have things be how they were before. That is like the gist of this pile. It's like everybody involved wants things to be how they were before. This feels like a third person, where this person is more logical, could be an air sign, so we've got air, water, earth. The Tower card could indicate a Scorpio, might be a Leo involved. This one has Taurus, Leo, I think Virgo, and I forget which that one is, but it's like they just want whatever hardship the Tower caused to end. They want it to be over. They want things to go back to how they were. And they want to come back home again. Chariot card. I'm losing cards on the floor. Oh, yay. WTF, man. Okay, so it feels like the Queen of Cups, is the person that wants to come home. Where the Queen of Pentacles is basically fine on her own. And then there's the Queen of Swords, who's just kind of around, Might be a third person who was affected by the Tower, and she's just kind of like, whatever. I'm over here, living my best life. This here, on top of the Chariot card, seems as though the Queen of Cups wants to make things happen. She wants to manifest this coming back together, to have this, family life back together. But the Queen of Pentacles is like on her own, dealing with her own stuff, maybe taking care of her own kid, and not really wanting to come back. Where if she wants to come back, that's not like on the forefront of her mind. She's kind of like, I've got my own life now, everything's fine. I mean, whatever happened, but I'm not gonna dwell on it, basically. So, I feel like the Queen of Cups wants the Queen of Pentacles to know that she wants to come home, and it could be, it doesn't have to be a female person. It can be somebody who is just embodying the Queen of Cups energy. And it's like this person just wants to come back, even though things blew up, they want to come back home. They just want to come back home. And it's so weird that the Queen of Cups came out twice and then the Queen of Pentacles came out twice. So that is it for pile number 2. This is like looking like a complicated situation where, things kind of maybe got blown way out of proportion, and now there's a rift in the family or the group, and, certain parties want to come back, and some people are just happy where they are. Take that how it resonates with you. I hope it made sense. If it did, please comment. If it didn't, also comment, but please be kind. There's no reason to be a jackass on YouTube. Please like, share, subscribe, tip, and donate. All those things help me to stay motivated and make you guys more videos in the future. Contact me if you need a personal reading. I'll see you in the next video. Ta-ta for now. So, deck number 3, the Better Business Oil. Alright, so what does your person want you to know? Please remember, these are not personal readings and will not resonate with everyone, and that's fine. No big deal, just let it fly. If you need a personal reading that only resonates with you, I do them through InstantGo an email, and you can contact me. My information's down there somewhere. I want them to know. Okay. Bottom of the deck is the Queen of Cups. Underlying energy may involve a woman who is for some reason I'm getting Aries, Taurus, Scorpio, Pisces, or Cancer. I know that all of those aren't of the same sign, but that's what I got. It is what it is. Okay? Okay. Somebody here might feel stressed out and betrayed and hyper-vigilant. This is a card, the Nine of Staffs, where this person, and I also got a glimpse of this too, at the bottom of the deck, the Ten of Swords. Somebody here might feel betrayed and stressed out. This Ten of Wands, where this person is generally the card is about being stressed, burdened, carrying a load, feeling maybe guilty, having a weight on your shoulders, just being weighed down by something. And this person, the Queen of Cups, I feel like it's about her. She feels like burdened and stressed out by something. And the Nine of Staffs like leads up to the Ten of Staffs, where before the burden gets too heavy, this person still has the option of kind of putting it down, but they're kind of standing there while the burden piles up, because this card comes just before the Ten of Staffs. But this card generally is about somebody who's exhausted, somebody who might have a little bit of like paranoid ideology, where they're kind of thinking everyone's out to get them, everything is happening to them, they don't have any control over their life. And I feel like this person might be a little bit of a woe is me kind of person. They also might be watching you. This could be a card of Aquarius, the star card. The water bearer, the star card. This could indicate a person who has some form of fame, somebody who is a bit psychic, somebody who is also healing. I feel like this person is taking a spiritual bath. I feel like these are two separate people. I feel like there's one that's on a certain level and one that's on a way different level altogether. So it's kind of like, you're the Queen of Cups, or they're the Queen of Cups, and then the other person is like an Empress type energy. But it feels like the Queen of Cups is just maybe stuck in a cycle where they're not really getting beyond the 10. They're just stuck in stress and can't get out. What they want you to know, there might actually be some form of paranoia and jealousy in this dynamic somewhere, because it looks like the person on the Nine of Staffs and the Ten of Staffs, they're both like watching the person on the star card, and they might be watching you. What do they want you to know? They might be jealous. Like, I'm picking up jealousy here, which is weird because I don't have like Five of Swords or anything like that. What I've got is the Ten of Staffs, so it's kind of like, I thought this, because I always see this person on this card as somebody who's prowling around outside watching somebody else, because they're like creeping down over here, staring off into the distance. This person might be stalking you a little bit, maybe on social media, or maybe they come into your work just to see you, but they don't make it obvious that they're to see you, because I always see the star too is somebody who's being watched. This could indicate a famous person who's always got, a stalker or two out there. But you could also be the Queen of Cups. And these two cards could be about you, where you're like a star in their eyes, you're a very kind person in their eyes, and that they can't really get close to you or get near you or be like you. That can also make them feel, you know, stressed out and burdened and paranoid and determined and weird things like that. Like, I'm getting a weird vibe from this pile. There's also the star in the background that has a face on it, and this lady's down here like oblivious. The star in the background that might be watching her. Just weird. Ugh. They might also have people watching you too, because you can see a bird right there, and there's a fish. This person might have like 2 friends or 1 or 2 friends that are like watching you. They probably don't want you to know that they're watching you, but this might be one of those things that you needed to know so that you can act accordingly. But to answer the question, they might want you to know that they're trying. This is like a different storyline altogether. They're trying to heal from this state of being the consequences of being burdened down, weighed down, overburdened, and this might be a mental thing for them, where they're trying to heal their mind and maybe their emotions, because being stressed out for long periods of time will break you. I know this. I've experienced it. It's terrible. You might slip into a state where you're just always in a frenzy, and you can't figure out why your nerves are always like doing this all the time. It's like they won't calm down, and you're like, you know, what should I do? This person might have slipped into a state like that, and they're like, they want you to know they're trying to heal it. You might also have a little bit of a telepathic connection with this person. This can be a spiritual card. This is a spiritual card. And this person can be a telepathic person, or somebody who is empathic, who can connect to you, or you can connect to them without talking to them or seeing them. You might be able to just feel their energy, you know. So what do they want you to know? I keep looking at the center staff. Overall, they want you to know that they're stressed out, and or that their stress is getting worse. They might have finally gotten to the point where they're trying to deal with it, but they have gotten to the point where the stress is pretty bad, and it's probably taking its toll on them, emotionally, spiritually, physically, mentally. So I hope that made some sense to you guys. Oh yeah, and they might have been betrayed in the past, or they might feel like you did something to betray them, even if you didn't. Because the Nine of Wands is there to indicate, you know, them getting to a point where they are really paranoid. This is like a card that can indicate paranoia. Because on the original card, there's a man standing up in the middle of all this, and he's got a bandage around his head, and he's looking off to the side, like, suspiciously. So this person might suspect you of something that you might not have even done. And they might want you to know that they suspect you, even though you didn't do anything. But anyway, I hope that made sense. If you need clarity, or if you just want a personal reading, you can contact me through my email, and I can get right on that for you. Probably take about 2 days for you to get it. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, tip, and donate, and pop on over to my shop to see how you can get your own really awesome handmade oils and crystals and other things. I will see you guys in the next video. Ta-ta for now.